Hello, I am back with another. This is vlog number 9. So, I'm gonna be doing this vlog in the rhetorical act on chapter 9 and 10. So, this chapter deals with textual analysis, and this is defined as communication method researchers use to describe and interpret the characteristics of recorded or visual messages. Its purpose being description of content, structure and functions of the messages contained in the text. There are no text-to-text transcripts and communication and outputs of communication. There are 4 major textual analysis, though. Rhetorical criticism, which is a systematic method of describing and analyzing, interpreting, and evaluating the persuasive force of message embedded with these texts. So, textual analysis and such and stuff like that, it's just like looking at something and then reading something and then putting critical thinking into it. Like, you have to really like critically think about what you just read, analyze it, put it into all points of views and perspectives in case you do not agree with the person is saying, and then you could criticize it, and stuff like that. So, conducting a rhetorical criticism involves following the following steps: choosing a text or text for study, choosing a specific type of rhetorical criticism, and analyzing the text according to the method chosen, and finally writing the critical essay. This is about a critical essay and stuff like that. So the first most important thing I got from this chapter is when you are writing a critical essay, you have to look at the other side of the spectrum. So look at the opposing view, and you could rebuttal yourself when writing a critical essay, because not everyone is gonna have the same thinking as you. They're not gonna think the same way and stuff like that, because that's where perspective comes from and how people interpret different things. And people are just not gonna understand if you are just criticizing them the whole way. You definitely do have to see it from another person's perspective to truly understand and examine why and how they do think this way, even if you do not intentionally agree with it and stuff like that. So the next thing is some types of rhetoric criticism include historical criticism, which examines how important past events have shaped rhetorical messages now and in real life. So oral history, which investigates spoken word. Biographical studies examines public and private texts related to a single person. Salient history, to understand and role played by communication. Biographical studies, social movement studies, and Neo-Aristotelian studies. So Aristotle was someone I mentioned in the beginning of one of my blogs and stuff like that, and Aristotle is one of the philosophers who thinks perspective is just everyone has different types of perspective, is what he was saying. So next thing I read in this, that I summarized in this, was content analysis is used to identify, enumerate, and analyze occurrence of specific messages and messages characteristics embedded in text. They include qualitative content analysis and quantitative content analysis. There are 5 units: physical unit, meaning unit, synthetic units, referential units, and thematic units. So each of these means something else. Obviously, physical unit is just how it is perceived and stuff like that, and how you see it visually and stuff like that. The meaning of the unit is just what it personally means to you and stuff like that. And then moving on. So interaction analysis is viewed as a complex accomplishment that requires much knowledge on the part of individual communicators and the ability to coordinate behavior with others. This relation and other goes to other variables such as gender and race and age. The attachment style, cognitive complexity, defensiveness, locus control, self-esteem, tolerance, and disagreement and self-motivation are some factors affecting the action. So essentially so basically what this is saying is that interaction analysis is, if you spend most of your time, around rich people and stuff like that, you are definitely not going to be thinking the same as someone who grew up, in poverty. If you are a male, a white male, and stuff like that, you are not going to think the same as someone who grew up in a Latino family, a Latino woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's just where you grew up affects how you think and how you critically think. So performance studies is described as a process of a dialogical of engagement with one's own words and others' aesthetic communication through the means of performance. There are 6 steps to generating and reporting insights in performance studying. So in performance studying, you could do communication act or bodily behavior and stuff like that. You know, reading it out loud. Some people are audio and or visual learners, and then a person's own language is to his or own mind. Like no one can tell them like how if you're thinking wrong, critically thinking wrong and stuff like that. So that's vlog number 9.